Because when you got those, you say, "Oh, I can see better."
I know, but I can see just fine right now. It looks like
I see it, but it's not like if you get
Jesus.
some new glasses.
It looks like I can't see because you can see like the reflection of the scratches or whatever. But
see out the glasses.
it's clear as day.
So uncomfortable right now.
I can see, but that'll make them. You need some stronger lenses because your eyes get weaker. It's,
I know, Grandma. I'm gonna get some. I promise.
Okay, I'm gonna have to lead him to the eye place when I go to Walmart.
Maybe I'll get contacts.
I'm gonna have to lead him down to the eye place, vision center. I'm gonna go and drop you off, make you sit down.
I can do it myself. I promise.
Oh.
I'll do it eventually.
Y'all are strange. Y'all are so weird.
How?
Start this podcast with you being argued with. Oh my gosh. Whatever.
Welcome to episode 46, I think, of the Tay and
I
Tristan
think
Hour.
it's 46.
Uh,
Wow. You start the podcast off with Tristan being yelled at by his grandmother about his eyeglasses. The lenses of his glasses are so scratched up right now. And even sitting
they're
here
just old.
looking at them, and she's, of course, mom is like, you need to do something. Your eyes are just going to keep getting bad. Look how dirty they are. They're all scratched up. She is like, my glasses could be scratched up that way. She wouldn't care. She'd be like, well, you're old anyway. But, Tristan's the baby. So
No, that's not.
Don't let
That's
your
not
glasses
true.
get scratched like
Yeah, exactly. Your glasses look fine.
But if mine look like how yours look right now, because like the light is reflecting off of your glasses, I can see them scratched. But I'm not worried about it. I'm like, you're 24 years old. If you don't know that your glasses are scratched and you need to go get glasses, that's on you.
I know I need to.
There has to be some personal accountability.
Yeah.
Where you need to go.
Well,
get
it's
glasses.
just I can see fine, so it's not like an emergency to me. At least I should have.
Well, of course you
I
can
should have
see
gone.
fine.
So the last time I went to the eye doctor, I think was 2021.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was 2020 or
Fascinating.
it was 2020 or 2021. I was supposed to have a
Supposed
follow
to go
up.
every 2 years.
No, I was supposed to have a follow up appointment 6 months later.
Those are the glasses he got when he was over there on Indigo Isles. He had this.
Yeah, before you moved here. I think.
He got those glasses before you moved
No,
here.
after.
No, the same year she moved down
yeah.
here.
I don't.
She moved down here in 2020, like in 2020.
Yeah, I was here.
No, she was here.
Yeah.
Yeah, she moved here in 2020.
I was supposed to have a follow-up appointment after 6 months, so every month for like
Crazy.
a couple years, that place that I went to would text me like, "You're overdue, you're overdue," and it's like 2 years later.
Well, yeah.
They're like, we're just gonna stop texting this kid because
Yeah.
he's not coming back.
That
Yeah,
don't make no sense.
I know, I know. I'll
What
go.
do you do?
I'll go.
I have an eye appointment next month. I keep telling you, you're on my eye insurance. I don't
have
understand.
I have my own eye insurance.
Then I'm taking you off of mine then.
Yeah.
Well, I could maybe I'll
No,
see
no,
which one
no.
is cheaper.
No. Well, you can't go through. If you can use yours for Walmart, I would just use.
Yeah,
that
I can just
one.
go to Walmart, and I can just go to Walmart.
And you probably
and
get
a
another
discount.
discount too, because you can't through my insurance. You can't go.
You do get a
Walmart.
discount. You do get a discount if you work there.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
so
not
just use
doing
that.
He ain't doing that.
But
I
you
will.
better take advantage of that.
I'm going to. Yeah.
This is the difference between, like we say, this podcast is like the perspectives of different. It's like generational perspectives on everything, like health, pop culture, politics, everything.
I don't think
so,
it's not just because.
I think so. No, let me finish. I think it is because, like you just said it earlier, like I was supposed to go back 6 months ago, like after you went, and you never went. Like somebody older would be like, "I got to keep my appointment. And I need to go back.
I don't think.
6 months."
But I don't think it's just an age thing. I think it's also a gender thing too. I feel like in general, like
I don't know. I don't think so.
Men don't like going to any doctors in general.
But I disagree with that because I think some men do.
Well, that are like that actually care about their health a lot, and like typically like the older you get, the more you start to care about your health. But like as a younger a lot of younger males, it's like, what do I need to? You just feel invincible, I guess.
Well, yeah, with an age, it's an age thing.
I guess so.
It is.
It also that is a contributing factor.
It's an age thing because there's a lot of young women that don't do that either. you know.
Yeah, but I think, but more.
Middle
I
age.
feel like more
Yeah.
more women care more about that. I think.
just
But it just depends. Also, just depends on the person.
When
then
you
they're
go
like, oh my gosh, I'm older and I got cataracts and I got an astigmatism. I got all the it's just
Well,
like,
when you go
I'm
to
blind.
the doctor, you see a lot of men sitting there waiting to get into the doctor.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just generalizing. Obviously, all men or all younger men aren't like that.
yeah,
but-
it's
Well,
all
you gotta
these
be
older men are in
young-
the doctors.
Younger, they can just middle aged too. All different
Yeah.
ages.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
All different ages.
typically, the older you get, the more you start to care about your health and like, you know, that's all. I'm
That's
saying.
no, that is true. It is a lot of men as
Because
they
you start
get older.
yeah, because you start to feel older, I guess, as you get older.
And they are probably more sick because they didn't keep up on their health when they were younger.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah.
They just didn't. And some people, you just don't. You do feel invincible when you're younger because you just don't think to go to the doctor when you're young.
Yeah.
You know, you don't think you have a lot of health issues. But that's a mentality, though. It's a young mentality because younger people do get sick and they're more unhealthy than a lot of older, middle-aged and older people. Think about it. I mean, because they're not paying attention to their health. So please go to the damn eye doctor.
That's
I
right.
know.
That's all you got to do. Okay.
I'm going to. Would you
Jeez.
get contacts?
No.
What if I got contacts?
I didn't even like the eye drops that I had to take when my eye was all screwed up a few weeks ago. You think I'm going to put a contact in there?
I'm sure you'd get used to it.
No, I don't think so. I didn't get used to those eye drops after 5 days. It sucked to put an eye drop in there.
Yeah, but you only did it for fun. I'm sure if you had to put contacts in every day,
No.
like you would get used to it.
I don't want anything in my eye. No. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't think I would get contacts either because I feel like I look so different without my glasses. It's like I look like a different person.
You've been wearing glasses since you were a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I look like a different person.
Yeah. I remember the doctor's visit when they were like, your baby needs glasses.
Yeah.
He was running into all kinds of stuff. I was like,
Tristan
this poor baby. I was like, I have a clumsy baby.
Very young.
And he was
Started wearing glasses.
like, no, my baby can't see anything. I felt so bad for you.
Yeah, he was very young when he.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he mentioned that not too long ago. Your teeth. Remember, you're supposed to straighten your teeth, make them pretty. Braces.
Yeah.
Never.
It's got an overbite.
It costs too costly.
Well, now you need
You need to go down.
Right.
Well, no, I have thought about doing Invisalign.
Yeah, you
actually.
need to go. You were
Instead of
supposed to go to an
braces.
orthodontist, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they had to pull all your baby teeth because you didn't lose them, all of them. Yeah. And they were growing over. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I had to, poor baby. I don't know why. I don't know. Because I was losing all my teeth when I was a little kid. I don't know.
Or your baby teeth.
Yeah, but he wasn't losing his. We had to go and get his
Yeah, I
pulled.
remember getting them all
and
pulled
that's
out.
True.
Yeah. And then they said he would have to go to an orthodontist and he would need braces.
Braces,
eventually.
make straighten his teeth out.
He needed to get his teeth.
Make
Yeah.
them
So
pretty.
you need to go to a dentist. You need to find a dentist too.
Yeah.
You haven't been to the dentist in a long time.
Yeah.
So we're telling Tristan he needs to go and do all these things. He's probably like, damn, why even start this?
Yeah,
It's all mom's fault. Mom started this. Mom started this. So
Yeah.
I'm going to the dentist tomorrow.
For what?
Oh, really?
I have to go. I was supposed to go last week, and then they called me on my way. This irritated me to no end. I'm on the road to go to my dentist appointment, and they call me, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. The dentist isn't in until after 12:30. I was like, I'm in the car getting ready to turn onto the freeway to get there. And they're like, we are so sorry. I am so sorry. We didn't pay attention to the schedule. And me being my wonderful, beautiful self, I was just like, that's okay. I said, that's okay. You know, I understand that happened. So I have to go tomorrow. I just went to Walmart instead and went shopping.
Of course.
I did. I was right there, you know. And yeah, so I got to go tomorrow and get a deep cleaning. Well, actually I have to go because I'm establishing care. So they have to go do x-rays and all that stuff. And they got to check the pockets and my gum and I'll see how deep the pockets are and what damage is there. And I'm sure get a cleaning. And that's a
Whatever.
root planing and scaling or whatever. That's when they go underneath your gum and get out all the
Those
plaque.
clean your teeth too.
Yeah, but I have to go and get a deep cleaning. They got to clean up underneath the gum line.
Yeah.
Which is
Well, you've had a lot worse than that. Remember when you had that abscess?
that was terrible.
Oh my god! I wish we had a picture of that we could show. It was so bad.
Like put at the end of the podcast, like this is what her jaw looked
It
like.
was so bad.
Anybody who's had an
It was
abscess,
huge.
Yeah, swollen.
it looked like somebody punched me in my face.
Yeah, people thought that someone punched you in the face.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh my god!" I had to go to Walmart and to their clinic to get antibiotics. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, it was terrible," because I didn't want to go in public. It looked like I got beat up by like I was an abused wife or something. It looked terrible. It wasn't black and blue, but I just woke up and my whole it looked like I had a golf ball,
Yeah.
like two
No,
golf,
not like those,
baseball.
like those big jawbreakers.
jawbreakers. That's what it looked like. I could have one of those huge
Big.
Yeah,
jawbreakers.
it looked
in
like
my
a saw,
jaw.
like a baseball in your. Yeah,
It was huge. I was like, "Oh my god, what happened to my?" It was like the worst thing ever. And yeah, like, that's because I had a broken off tooth in the gum line for like 6 years that I never took care of. I think it like broke off whenever I was still pregnant with you, and then I never took care of it. And yeah, I woke up one day. It probably like even longer than that, like 8 years. And I never took care of it. And then woke up one day with an abscess.
Oh my god!
And they had to cut the tooth out of the gum. And even after, because I was only able to take the antibiotics for like maybe a week, maybe 5 days. I don't even know if I took like the whole 7 days because they had to get it out. And then they shot me up with Novocaine so many times. And I could still feel pressure from them cutting that tooth out.
Ooh.
Well,
And then they had
as long
to,
as it didn't hurt, that shouldn't have made no
but I could still feel like the pressure. I was like, I could still feel. And then they were like, "You need some more," and they're like shooting me up in my gums with Novocaine. I was like, "I can feel it,"
Yeah.
because all of the infection wasn't out. And then they had to pull another tooth over here that was bad, and I could feel that. And then Johnny, of course, is sitting across from me, and all I see him doing is like, "Oh." I'm like, "Okay, so you're making faces." I know they're like trying to
Well, as long
yank.
as you don't.
It's terrible.
No pain, the pressure don't matter.
I don't care. I felt that pressure, and they're just cutting it out, and I don't like the dentist, and so I got to go tomorrow. So that's great.
Yeah.
And then I still have my wisdom teeth too. They have, you know how some people will get their wisdom teeth pulled out.
Yeah.
Mine obviously fit perfectly in my mouth.
Mine don't.
You need to get those pulled, babe.
Well, no, it doesn't. I don't have any like pain or anything, but there's definitely teeth back there.
No, you need to get their. Well, no, they're there, but if they
Wait, where are your wisdom teeth?
Back in the back.
Oh, wait, are they?
They're back in the back.
Wait. I know they're in
Oh, God bless my son.
I know they're in the back. Are they in the top or the bottom? They're in the bottom, right? Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make she
Are they
doesn't
in
know
the
either. Yeah.
She did. She knew.
No, I didn't.
Oh my God.
I thought they were like in the top.
No, I just wanted to make sure. I knew that they were in the bottom. I just wanted to make sure, like 100%, because I wasn't sure. But
know you had 'em in there, yeah.
I still have my wisdom teeth.
I know you had them in there,
Yeah.
but I thought maybe they were.
Maybe
at the,
y'all are confusing me because I'm like everybody I know that's had their wisdom teeth pulled has been on the bottom. So
Yeah, they're on the bottom, right? Yeah. They're on the bottom. Yeah. I wonder why they're called.
I see Mom's over here. I don't know if people can see Mom's face. She's like, wait a minute. She's like it's just kind of in her mind. Like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they're on the bottom.
God.
And both sides. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. You need to go to the dentist. You probably need to get.
I wanted to ask you this because you mentioned the still being able to feel your gums getting cut or whatever. Let me know if this is a HIPAA violation. I'm not sure, but when I was born, you had a C-section, right?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
Mm-mm.
Boy, no, I didn't have no C-section when you were born.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
No, I had.
One of those, we call them epidural. We call them.
No, I thought you had a C-section. You told me that.
No, I said they had to cut. They had to.
That's a C-section.
No, they didn't cut across here. They'll cut to like let the head come out. So they cut.
Of course.
They
Ooh.
cut.
That's even worse.
Well, if
So they cut you from like where the
your
birth
head's
canal is all the way back up to like
Up to like your pubis bone?
all the way up back
Up to your pelvis?
like no to the booty hole almost.
Oh, backwards.
Yeah,
So-
a little bit. So
The head can come
So
out.
this
yeah.
way.
Yeah,
Not
like,
that way, but this
No.
way.
Yeah.
Like if I'm behind a
yeah,
person
they
this
just
way.
A
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah.
yeah, not all the way to the booty hole, but you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know. There's a clinical name for it, but they have to cut it
She
a
didn't
little
feel it
bit.
'cause you had an epidural. What
I
did you
didn't
call
feel it because I had an epidural, so I was
Epidural, yeah.
numb from the waist
it? She
down.
didn't. So
Yeah.
she didn't feel nothing.
But all I felt was your head go bloop. I felt pressure, like, oh, there goes the baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
You just came right on out.
wow.
But they were like, "There's his head. I saw your head." They were like, "Look at the mirror. There's your baby's head." I was like, "Ugh." I was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah, I thought
why is his head not coming out?"
I thought this whole time you got a C-section, but that's
No.
even like cringier to me. Oh my
You
I
asked.
didn't have none. No, I had one.
Mom had a C-section.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
I have never had a C-section. So that's how you came into this world. There you have it. See, me and my son, we just
Yeah.
we talk about everything on here.
Well, your big head.
Your head wouldn't come out.
The head is the biggest part. The head is you get the head out, then the rest of the body just slides out.
Right, just the shoulders and everything. That's the head and the shoulders coming out, and the rest is just bloop.
Yeah.
But no, it just they had to cut. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna have to cut you." I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Oh my god, that's horrible.
I was like, "Oh
I can't imagine that.
no." Well, see, the woman dilates to fit so the baby can come through.
Yeah.
But sometimes babies be having big old
They
heads,
sure do.
and your head was just like, I can only come so far. And the doctor was like, "Well, he can't just sit there." So snip, snip, and your head popped right out like a big old apple.
And then they have epidurals, like they
Oh,
can't stand
gosh,
no
yeah.
pain. Shit.
Yeah, that was terrible.
You can't. Yeah.
No, I couldn't stand that
If
pain.
you had
Heck
normal
no.
pain having a baby, it wouldn't kill you. It felt like it, but it's
Oh,
not going
Jesus.
to.
Mm-mm.
'Cause I felt pain with all y'all.
I know. You threw up when you had me.
Yeah, I did.
She did. She almost threw up on the nurse.
Oh my goodness.
But
Yeah.
Mom didn't have time. You didn't have time to have an epidural with me. I came too quick.
No, that's
Yeah.
I didn't. Well, they never say anything about it. Well, yeah, they did ask me, but I said no,
No, I was coming too quick. I don't think Mom had time.
no. First he said, "Oh, you're not dilated that much." He said, "It'll be a while." And all at once the puke came up, and there it was.
There I came. Woo,
Yeah.
here I came into the world.
Yeah, they pulled me back in there. Real
Yep.
quick. She said, "Oh," she said, the baby's coming." I said, "Oh."
I was the
I
last
was so
one.
sick.
I was the last one.
I was sick.
I made my mama sick.
Well, I wasn't sick, but I just threw up.
Yeah.
Well, it happens. At least you didn't poop, right?
Yeah, right.
Did you?
Some women poop when they're babies.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
They have their
ridiculous.
labor, babies coming out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can't really control that.
Questions
No,
Tristan
no,
asked.
No, because
Oh my gosh.
so much pressure, you pushing it,
Yeah.
everything and stuff,
Yeah. Yeah, you probably shouldn't eat before, right?
You don't
Well,
eat
you worried
before.
about eating.
I know I'm saying, and like, you know.
Well, you don't want to eat. You got all that pain.
I know, but no, I'm saying like before. I mean, I guess you don't know for sure, right, when the baby is gonna come.
Yes, you
don't.
do.
You feel it.
No, I'm saying because a lot of times, sometimes it's just a surprise.
What?
Oh,
Boy, no. Oh, that's a man's
What are you
answer.
talking about?
I'm talking about. Is that just like a movie thing where they're like out at dinner or something, and the lady's water breaks?
Boy.
That happens. As I'm saying, that happens. Does it not?
You watch too many movies.
I'm saying, does that not? Are
Well,
you
that-
saying that
yes.
doesn't
Well, I
happen?
guess
Of course
it
that
can,
happens.
Yeah, the woman's water breaks. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and sometimes it might be a surprise. You don't know for sure. You don't know that your water's about to break, is what I'm saying.
But no, you will feel contractions before the water breaks.
Yeah, you will.
But of course.
So you won't just be sitting there and like,
No,
oh my
just
gosh, I'm leaking,
baby,
and then you
the
feel
water
contractions.
broke.
No,
I'm
you
not
will
being I'm
feel-
not being that specific. I'm just saying sometimes the baby's about to come and you don't know that it's about to come until it's happening, is what I'm saying. You're not like in the hospital.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Every woman isn't just in the hospital ready for it. Sometimes it just
Yeah,
happens.
the water
Right.
breaks,
That's what I'm saying.
and you figure, oh, the baby's coming right out.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
you don't
Sometimes
do that.
babies do come really, really quick.
Just
They do.
that.
And then, but you didn't. You had to be induced. You were freaking overdue.
Yeah,
Tristan did not want to come out.
I know it.
It was ridiculous. You were born with your eyes open.
Like like his uncle,
Like Steven. Steven was born with
he
his
was 7 days overdue.
Yep,
and
Tristan was too.
He was born with his eyes open.
About
and
10
so
days.
Was you see, uncle and
nephew.
son.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Y'all was
I say, yeah, nephew.
yep.
Yeah, son,
Born with your eyes
nephew.
open.
Yeah.
Coming out, seeing everything.
Yeah.
Tracy was like, oh, his eyes are blue. I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I was like, I've been here since
They're
5
still
a.m.
blue, they're like,
He's been in labor for 12 hours. This is ridiculous.
Didn't someone think I was albino?
no, they thought you
Yes.
were white.
One of your aunts
Completely
called
white.
you albino. I was like, quit calling my baby albino.
Albino has no pigment in their skin. They're just
But that's what they were saying. Like his
no, he wasn't.
Well,
But
no,
I
I'm
know
not.
that,
We're
but-
saying, but that's what they thought, that I was
No,
albino.
they
I was
thought
like-
you they looked at us and looked at you, and they thought you were just a regular.
No, I'm
They
talking.
like
I'm talking about right when I came. Like I'm talking about people in our family thought I was albino.
Yeah.
not the doctors.
yeah. One of my aunts called him my
They just she just said that.
Yeah.
You weren't no albino because you was real light.
real light.
Yeah, she just.
She's
said-
like, his
she
skin
just
is
said
clear. I was like, yes, because he's half
that.
white.
Yeah, he just said that.
It's like-
They said that.
That's what half white babies look like.
Yeah.
Biracial.
But he looked like you blended in with all the other white babies.
Quit saying what people.
Well,
it-
Caucasian. Dang.
What?
Caucasian.
What?
He's half Caucasian. That's what he is.
Well, yeah, but people, I don't know what's wrong with people. They want to say white or black, but it's biracial. Can't you say biracial instead of this white or black shit? You know,
What? What he
they
is?
don't. They can't they can't say, oh, you know,
Because
you gotta
biracial could mean there's
say-
more
Yeah,
than
'cause they
one
like
one
say, oh, he's half white, half black. Say biracial. What's wrong with that?
because there's more than two races.
And also that's
that's what they call it. They're biracial.
but that's also just a really like formal term that
No,
people
it's a
that
real
people
term.
don't. Well, yeah, I'm saying, but people don't typically say like, "What are you, biracial?" They'll ask if you're mixed. They won't say.
Yeah, they
That's
won't
what
say
I'm saying. They can
biracial.
say not biracial. They can say that.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
more
they
of a-
can, but then they'll be like, "What are you mixed with?"
Yeah.
What's-
You know, that's
I
what people.
remember-
That's what people will say. They have asked Tristan that. They
Yeah.
have asked Tristan that. Don't they have Tristan? Have they not asked you that
What if I'm
at
mixed?
school? Yes.
Yeah, of course. I've get
They look at his hair.
throughout
They
my whole
know
life.
he is.
Still,
Yes.
peop-
Oh, yeah,
still
I
people
know.
ask me if I'm mixed.
Yes.
Yes.
I remember.
You have a white father.
I remember Steven used to get mad about that people would say mixed. He'd be like, "It's like you're talking to a dang dog or something." Not a
I'm
dog.
like, yes,
Yeah, right.
Yes, I'm like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I am like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess I understand that, but people just say mixed. It's just
Well, it's not. It's just say biracial. That's what it is. That's the word. You know.
yeah.
Yeah. But when you were a baby, people just thought you were white. I'm sorry, Caucasian.
Well, no, they thought.
Sorry.
No, really.
They did.
That's true
They did.
because-
Just you were so fair skinned.
Yeah,
That's
we
why.
were in the store and they look at you and look at us and say, "Is that your baby?"
They
And
did
we
many
said, "Yeah."
times.
Yeah, that's her baby.
I'll never forget that
Our-
guy.
that's
Oh,
our-
they thought that you were
Our
just
little
the
boy.
cutest thing, but they were like, oh, he's yours. Yeah,
Yeah,
my baby.
He's ours,
You were just a month
Yeah.
old, maybe, you know.
Yeah,
and
it's our baby and my grandchild.
yeah.
We're no matter what we are, we're brown skin and he's got white skin, clear. I said, does
That's how you look.
No, they looking at him, looking at you, looking at us like.
I'm like, yeah, I'm 23 years old
No,
and I'm going to
he
adopt a
can't be.
baby. Come on. What 23-year-old is going to adopt a baby?
Yeah, probably
You know?
not very
They were
many.
saying,
Not very
like,
many.
He can't be there, you know.
Yeah. It wasn't good. That was not going to happen at that age.
Grandchild and son.
I'm sure you've been asked plenty of times if you're mixed too, haven't you?
Yeah, I have been.
Yeah.
Which her skin wasn't as clear.
Well, of course. Of course. Why are you saying clear? Not clear.
We're not clear like Scotch tape.
Well,
But no, I know what you mean. But people would ask because you could have people that were biracial that were even darker skinned that
Yeah,
weren't as light as Tristan.
yeah,
But yeah, I had been asked that.
yeah.
Sure.
Tristan's black. He's
Sure.
of color. Yeah.
Yeah, I was asked that many times growing up.
So yeah.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Well, there's got to be some white in your family somewhere." I'm like, I don't know. You know, I was like, my parents aren't. No, it's like
And their parents aren't.
no. So it's just.
Are you for
sometimes-
sure that your
yes,
dad's
right.
parents weren't? One of them wasn't white.
No, because there is.
Huh?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Like, did you know your dad's parents or know anything about them?
No.
One of them could have
I
been
did
white.
because her dad's brother, Harold.
Yeah, I'm saying, but his parents. Are you for sure neither of them were white?
No, she's not. She wasn't. Their mother. I don't know about the father. No, she wasn't married to no. Shit, I don't know. I guess.
I'm saying it's a possibility.
I don't know.
She was going with somebody, or she might have been.
It's a possibility that one of
didn't
your
know
dad's
that.
parents was white, or at least half white, or something.
Probably
It's
so.
possible.
We don't know.
You know.
Probably so. You know that
Yeah.
she was married to a white man.
You could be 15% white.
I don't know. You never know.
Yes, she obviously was.
Well, I'm sure
No.
most black people in America have some percentage of white in them because of slavery.
Some percentage. You never know.
Whatever. But
I was gonna do the
guess.
whole ancestry thing, but I haven't done it yet.
I have a kit in there. I've had for like 2 years. I haven't used it yet,
I know.
but I want to do it.
I might just take yours
No.
I just might use yours and do my.
You know, they might be having a sale right now because I actually got that.
I was gonna do that.
I actually got that, I think, almost exactly 2 years ago because they were having like a St. Patrick's sale or something. I don't know.
Find out if you're Irish.
Yeah.
No,
Well, St. Patrick's Day has gone on,
no,
so I don't
'cause
know.
He was really white like you.
Harold was,
He wasn't. I don't know if he was. Yeah, he was pretty white.
and blue eyes too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Easily, he could have been mixed.
So yeah, he's
It's
in the,
Biracial. He could've been biracial.
I know we're trying to be
well, yeah,
politically
I
correct
guess you
here.
Had him by a white man or married to him. So I don't know.
I don't know either. I really don't.
No, but
We
he
weren't
was,
close. We don't
that's
know.
where you get your looks from. He was nice looking.
God, I love how you're like.
Yeah.
I just love how she's like. That's where you not the primary, not the parent, not the mother or the father, but like the uncle from the dad's side, from my dad's side. Like,
Yeah, like the great uncle.
that's where you get your looks from, not your mother, not your father. Wow, mom.
Really cute. He was.
Oh, do you have a crush on him or something? Do you have a crush on the brother? Did you?
Oh no, he's Maxine M's age. No.
Oh, because he's old. He was too old.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was young, but he was cute, man. He's a cute man.
No, but that's where you get your looks from, not me, and not your dad. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Well, I don't think that's the case. I don't think.
But you know, she says things.
It's hereditary.
I'm done with you. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. I'm done with her. I'm done with her. I'm done with her.
That's okay. You know.
And she says it on. That's where
Yeah.
you. When it comes to you,
Yeah, that's clear skin. Yeah.
I'm blocked out. She doesn't recognize.
No,
me.
I think it's just because my skin tone reminds her of him is all. That's all it is.
I love how I love how you enable your grandmother's
saying,
bad behavior. It's amazing to me how y'all enable each other. Y'all enable each other's bad behavior. Do you know that? Like you could say something bad and she will enable that, and vice versa. Like she'll say something and you're like, no, grandma doesn't mean it like that. And then he'll say something and you're like, well, that's not what he means. Or yes, he's right, but I know how he means it. He means it this way. So I, as the counselor, kind of sitting here and I'm like, gosh, this is probably the most unhealthy grandson
true.
and grandmother relationship. It's so toxic.
That's not true. How is it toxic? It's not toxic
Because
at all.
y'all enable each other's
That's not-
behavior.
I don't-
It's so unhealthy.
I don't believe that's true.
Oh
Really,
gosh.
Tristan?
Yes, you
No.
do.
No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and say nothing.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all go ahead.
Well, we're gonna segue into an "Am I the Asshole" segment that we haven't done in a few months.
This is probably what, number 4. This is the this.
No, this is the 5th one, I think.
is
Actually,
it the 5th one? Okay.
yeah, I think this is the 5th one.
Okay.
Basically, there's a subreddit on Reddit called "Am I the Asshole?" People tell their scenario that they're in, whatever situation they're in. Then they ask at the end if they are the asshole in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So these ones that I saved are kind of serious. I didn't really find any funny ones, but
Okay.
so this is the first one. Am I the asshole for slapping my nephew? So this is a 21-year-old woman. I'm the youngest of 7 kids. I've been an aunt since I was 5 years old. My oldest sibling is 34 and has 3 kids. His oldest kid, so her nephew, Daniel, who is 16, is a spoiled brat who gets anything he wants. I also have a sister who is 31, and she was a teen mom. During her pregnancy, her baby was born 7 weeks early. The baby ended up having horrible asthma. Later on, her father and mother got a divorce. At the time, she was only 8, and the trauma she got gave her anxiety and attachment issues. And the little girl's name is Allie. Not that long ago, we got the family to celebrate my dad's 56th birthday. When I arrived, I admittedly looked for Allie because I have one of her hoodies. When I walked in the room, I saw Daniel making fun of Allie, and by making fun of her, I mean straight up pulling her hair. I admittedly ran up to him and slapped him. I didn't mean to slap him hard, but I was really upset. He ran down to his father, and the entire family was boiling. When I came downstairs, I had a chunk of Allie's hair that he had pulled out. The entire family said I was in the wrong, except Allie's mom. When I got home, I texted the family group chat and said how me and Allie and her mom will not be attending any events with Daniel there until he grew up and learned some self-respect. I didn't think that it was such a bad request, but Wesley, who's her brother, said that I am an over-dramatic B-word. I blocked him, and now the entire family is not talking to me. What do I do? Am I the asshole? I would like to mention this is not my... Okay, yeah. Is she the asshole for slapping her nephew for that?
And he's 16.
He's 16.
He's 16 and she's 21.
Yeah.
And he pulled out the other girl's hair.
So basically, her nephew, who's 16, pulled out the little girl, who's his cousin, I guess, is 8 years old, and the boy is 16. And I guess he was making fun of her and like messing with her, and pulled out some of her hair. And then this lady, who's his aunt, slapped him in the face for it.
Why is he pulling out the girl's hair anyway?
I don't know. She said he was just messing with her, making fun of her or whatever.
Oh, sure. I don't know.
And just pulled out a chunk of her hair. He was just bullying her.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know what 16-year-old would want to bully an 8-year-old.
Who knows? It is kind of weird.
You know? And then why would the other family members not do anything? But they did say that he was spoiled and he kind of gets away with everything.
Yeah.
And then as the 16-year-old kid, is he like on the spectrum? Like, is he autistic or something? You know, him.
She probably would have said that if he was.
Yeah. Like, is there some other behavioral issue going on with him? Because if there's not, and she smacked him for picking on an 8-year-old, no, I don't think she's an asshole for that. Because I probably would have smacked him too.
Yeah.
I mean,
But slap him or just
She slapped him in the face.
yeah.
And she said it was a hard slap. But she didn't mean to slap him hard, but she did.
she did.
Yeah.
It probably made her mad. You're 8 years old. I mean, you're a 16-year-old boy. You're not like an 8-year-old boy.
No.
That's just like pushing, the other 8-year-old girl down. You know what I'm saying? You're 16.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're in puberty.
nearly
Yeah.
a man's body. Nearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he had no right to be. And
No, he shouldn't did that.
But I think the real question is, like, her being the aunt, did she have a right to slap him in the face? Because it seems like the whole family was upset at her for it, except for the mom of the little girl.
But if she would have went to the family and they think that he does no wrong and they don't discipline him, would they have done anything to him? Even if she went to them,
Probably not.
I mean, yeah, in theory, yes, like the better thing to do would have been to, go to his parents and been like, hey, this is what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what he did.
Mm-hmm.
And that, he pulled out her hair, so you guys need to handle it. That's the adult thing to do, but it sounds like her emotions got
to
the
her.
best of her. And she's probably, and maybe he's done things like this before, and they've
Got
seen
away
him
with
do it, and they never did anything.
away
And
with
so she kind of took it into her own hands. If they ain't going to do nothing, I'm not going to let him continue to get away with it.
Yeah.
It's probably why he's bullying this girl anyway. It's probably not the first time he's done it to her, or he's probably done it to other kids in the family.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's obviously a reason. It doesn't sound like it's been something that she's just done, because she wanted to.
So the girl that wrote the girl that smacked her nephew is 21.
21,
Mm-hmm.
16.
Yeah. And the girl he was picking on was 8 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's also a thing in a lot of families. Parents don't like other people disciplining their children. Even if they're family, they don't like other people disciplining their children. Whereas in some families, like in our family,
Yeah.
I've been disciplined plenty of times by my
Aunt.
yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
But I never minded you being disciplined by your aunts.
If you do
something, you need to be.
You got no business.
Because you need to be respectful when you're in somebody else's place, or if you were with, your aunts, you needed to be, if you weren't doing what you're supposed to be doing, yeah, they have my permission. No, you need to. It takes a village to raise a child sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And if it's your family, I would rather have another family member disciplining my child than somebody at a daycare center where they be beating kids and
somebody else do it.
Sexually abusing them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember when they would paddle kids in school.
Oh yeah.
That
was still a thing when I was little. When I went to kindergarten, the principal had a big paddle above his desk behind him.
Yeah, they used to paddle kids.
They still do that today in some districts.
Right.
They still
don't.
Yeah, they do.
Some districts.
I
looked
looked it up like a couple months ago. It's like it just depends on the district and the state, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
they still parents would give permission to they would have to give permission to them to do it. But they and that would be because the community would raise like the child, like everybody watched out for the child. It's not like that now. Everything is, oh my gosh, child abuse, because, and then this is where you get this society of young people that are feel like they're entitled to things, and you can't do this to me because I'm gonna call police or whatever,
Yeah, it's true.
and not all younger people or young kids or whatever, but this is why you have the online bullying and young people that are being bullied online and they end up killing themselves because the parents are not the parents of the bullies are not, oh, not my kid. They're not stepping up and disciplining them.
They're not.
And then they don't want anybody in the family to discipline them. I'll handle my kid. Well, you're not handling your kid. So this lady is just like, she's probably seen them not do anything. And she just, I'm sure her emotions, sometimes people's emotions just get the best of them. And she probably didn't mean to slap them hard, but
She did.
if I seen a 16-year-old, if you would have done that to an 8-year-old, your 8-year-old cousin, I would have slapped you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And pulled out their hair.
Yeah, I would have deserved it.
I would have snatched you up and smacked you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have.
No. You would have.
Mom, yes. Yes.
I'm sure you would have done the
No.
same thing too.
Mom would have done that if she would. If we were younger, you know how many whippings we got when we were younger? We got disciplined.
I'm sure a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. And I'm telling you, because it's not okay. It's not okay.
Yeah. And he has to
okay.
learn. It's better for him to learn from her that it's not okay than because he could go out into the world and do that to
He's gonna
do that
be
to
in
somebody
prison.
else's sister, and then their brother comes down and kills him.
Yeah, he's
You know
gonna
what I
be.
mean?
He's gonna either end up in prison or dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he doesn't correct himself,
No,
Yeah.
or have a family member
if he doesn't correct himself, somebody will correct
kill him.
Correct.
Because that's the thing. People don't just fight. They just don't fist fight anymore. People will come and shoot you
Yeah.
or
They don't
cut you.
fist fight anymore.
They don't. People don't just. Hey, I'm gonna meet you in
They
the park when
They
the
got
street lights come on.
And even if they do, eventually a gun's gonna come out anyway.
Yes,
Yeah, they're
exactly.
gonna go in the house and get the gun. You can be standing out there. They ain't gonna jump on you and start beating you with their fists. They gonna go in the house and get a gun, bring it out there and kill you.
Yeah.
That's
That's exactly what they're gonna
Yeah, it
do
happens all the time.
all the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I don't think that she's an asshole.
Yeah,
for that.
she's not an asshole. I don't think.
No.
What do you think? Do you think she's an asshole, Grandma, or not? Yeah, no, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I don't.
I don't think so either.
Nope. I don't.
All right, here's another one. Am I the asshole for not carrying about my daughter's weight? I have 2 daughters, both 15. They're twins. My husband has repeatedly brought up to me how they're packing on the pounds. I'm sorry, and need to lose weight.
Why would you laugh about that?
I'm sorry, it's not funny.
No.
Oh, well,
I'm sorry. Um,
packing on the pounds.
Yeah. Both of them are 5'5". One is around 145 pounds. The other is around 175 pounds. Maybe they're a bit on the heavier side, like both me and my husband. I weigh at 175. I'm the same height as my girls. My husband is around 300 pounds and 5'10".
You got no business talking about them. Now.
300 pounds and 5'10". The husband is, by the way. But they're both happy, active girls. They aren't binge eating or eating excessively. They're just naturally a bit heavier. But my husband keeps bringing up about how I'm making them fat, which is stupid, because he's the one who does all the cooking and shopping, and the girls eat lunch at school. Am I in the wrong for not really caring about their weight?
Well, if he's 300 pounds, he ain't got no right to talk about them.
Yeah, and he's 5'10".
It don't matter.
I'm saying, like, he's short and 300 pounds. I mean, not
Yeah.
short, but 5'10" and 300 pounds looks heavy.
Yeah, it does.
It seems like he's projecting a little bit.
That's what I was gonna say. I think he's projecting, and I think that maybe he doesn't want them to be like he is.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't, because they're short, and
Like me.
but sometimes I think the way he's going about whether how he's talking to them or his wife is maybe he feels like it's like motivation, but then it's like negative way. It's like negative.
Fat-shaming.
It's fat shaming. It's like negative reinforcement.
But
you
sometimes
know?
that works. That's the
I
thing.
think that's I think that's like what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
And it's not meant to be mean, but it's coming off that way, and it is the fat shaming, and
Yeah.
but that can have a reverse effect on them. Like,
Yeah, it could.
it's not gonna make it better. It's not.
Yeah.
No,
There's
Especially
this-
for girls too.
Because they're
That doesn't
saying,
really
well,
work.
why are you 300 pounds and you talking about us?
Yeah.
being, you know,
And she said
100
he's the one that does all the cooking and shopping.
Yeah. So he's not making healthy choices for
No,
them.
he ain't.
Right. And he is not trying to eat healthy or exercise or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like almost you have to model the behavior for them too.
Yeah.
And if you're shopping and cooking and doing everything, then you have to make them healthier meals. So you can make good meals that taste good, but they're healthy for them too.
Yeah. But the
Yeah.
thing is though, so the question is, am I the asshole for not caring? Why can I not say caring?
You're saying caring.
I know.
Caring.
Am I the asshole for not caring about my daughter's weight? I think you should, honestly.
She should care.
You should care about your
Yes.
child's weight. You don't have to shame them or make them feel bad about it.
Yeah.
But I think you probably should care about
Yeah,
it
she needs to
a
care.
little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's almost kind of like she's not wanting to face the reality of what the situation is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's like, and it does sound like a lot of it is like, it's almost sounding like she's not taking any responsibility either. And
Well-
like she is.
Well, she doesn't feel like there is a response because she doesn't think there's anything wrong with them at all. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but I'm just saying like she doesn't see it as a problem the way her husband does. But she doesn't have to see it as a problem necessarily, but I think she probably should care. Like,
She probably
You know what I
does
mean?
care.
I think she wants them to feel comfortable
Sure.
with who they are. Like, I
Yeah.
think she's trying to find like this, she's not wanting to fat shame them. Like, oh my gosh, you need to look like this person because you're short. You need to watch what you're eating. But I think that she's trying to she wants them to feel comfortable in their skin with who they are, right? And like be happy with their bodies and all of that. But there also has to be like, if she sees them kind of, I think if she sees them kind of going overboard and people will eat their emotions, as they say, or like, I think if she sees something off with them, like if they're isolating and they're eating more, or, you know, just if they're feeling a certain way and they're eating, you know, stuff like that, then she needs to address it. But I get the mom side too, you know, like you don't want to make them feel bad because of the way that they look
The way-
and that they have to be skinny and not comfortable, because that makes them uncomfortable. Then they'll develop an eating disorder,
Yeah.
you know? So, I mean, and that can
Well,
go either way.
Yeah,
So,
well, not that's necessarily because they don't have eating disorder. I don't think they do they?
no.
But an eating disorder can go both ways. So an eating disorder can be where you're anorexic or you're bulimic,
Well, yeah.
and you gorge. Like bulimia, you'll gorge, you'll binge, and you'll binge and you'll purge, and then you know with anorexia, you'll eat and then you'll just throw up or you won't eat. And then it's all psychological. But then on the other end, you can overeat or stress eat or emotionally eat, and then you gain all this weight.
Yeah.
So it can go both. Eating disorders are not just anorexia.
One way.
Yeah.
It goes both ways. So
I think
it's difficult. That's a hard one.
Yeah, I think it's okay for her not to. I think she feels like she doesn't want to be like judgmental of them.
Right.
You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah,
But,
I think so.
but you should, and I'm sure she does. You should
Mm-hmm.
care about their health. Like if it gets
I'm sure.
to an unhealthy level, being overweight is unhealthy.
Yes.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
being overweight, being obese is unhealthy.
Yeah.
And if it gets to that point, then yeah, you should do something to fix that.
Like y'all
I
tell
agree.
me.
You know.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm overweight.
I'm over.
Yeah.
I should be dieting.
Yeah, I'm overweight.
But
Yeah.
y'all
Than
just
what I
don't
should be.
I just
Yeah.
don't keep on about it, digging at me about it.
Yeah. But I've changed
know?
my eating habits too.
Yeah.
I have fallen off the last week though, and I have noticed it in my body.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, oh gosh, no, my body. It's almost kind of like weird. I Googled it, and I was like, I can't. It's like, why is my body rejecting food that I've eaten that's like healthier, and then like I've introduced like bad foods back
Yeah.
into it, and my body's like, nope.
Yeah, because your body,
It's
your
like,
your body,
this is not what
your
we
body,
like anymore.
your body just gets accustomed to whatever you're eating.
Yeah.
So if you're just eating junk,
Yeah.
you're
Yes.
just going. You're just gonna feel like it's not gonna feel like you're eating junk because
Right.
that's just all you've eaten.
Right.
But once you start eating healthy,
Yeah.
and you start to feel healthier, then you go eat something that's
Not healthy.
not healthy, and then you're like, oh my god, like
That's true.
I feel horrible.
Yeah.
But because
I
you
have
were eating,
gotten over.
because you were eating junk all the time, your body's just accustomed to it. So
Yeah.
you just get used to feeling like crap all the
Yeah.
time.
And now I have noticed like my headaches were coming back. Like I had a headache earlier today, and I hadn't had like a bad headache, since I had been eating. And like just like I've been cooking with olive oil and not the heavy
Not the veggie oil.
vegetable oils or
'Cause
anything
that's
like that.
heavier.
Been eating a lot more salmon, the fresh green beans, not a lot of canned stuff. And then I made the lasagna, which was really good, and I used like the fresh cheeses and not anything processed, which was good. But it was kind of still like it was cheese. It was still like heavy. And then
it's not the cheese. It's
not the cheese.
It's the noodles.
The noodles. It was the
Yeah.
pasta.
Yeah,
it was
it's
the
the pasta.
pasta. So then, because I was looking for pasta that was like not what I already had in there, so I was looking for something that was healthier.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna have to start buying.
You know what's interesting?
Because-
If you go to like Italy and like European
Yeah.
countries, they're like
Or making my own pasta.
their pasta and stuff. Like people always
Yeah.
say, like if you eat like spaghetti or lasagna here, you feel like you're gonna pass out right afterwards. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
You feel horrible. But if you go to like Europe, like Italy or something,
Yeah.
and eat a lasagna, like you don't feel like that.
Yeah.
Because their grain or something is just like
It's
healthier.
different.
or
Yeah.
better. They're
Yeah.
not processed. It's just natural.
Don't make you feel
Yeah,
bloated.
I think it was the pasta because
That's
it was
what it is.
not. It
That's what
was
it is.
just like because I had it and I'm trying to eat up what I have in there, but I haven't bought like any frozen dinners. I haven't bought anything when that's like processed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to. So I think for that scenario that they're in, I think it's just if the dad is cooking dinner and buying groceries, he's just gonna have to make smarter choices.
Yeah.
If he doesn't want that, it's not about the fat shaming and all of that. It's just make
They eat what
and
he
and
has.
bring in because sometimes if you make those drastic changes like too fast, you're gonna get so discouraged.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what I am trying not to do because I don't want my body to
Well,
be
they
in
eat-
shock.
they
But
eat what he brings.
well, that's what I'm saying.
So they,
Yeah.
he said they.
But he's gonna have to do it gradually. I think
Yeah.
he's gonna have to do, it
And he should
gradually
do
for
it
them.
himself.
And he should do it himself. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That'll
like,
be a
for
good
everybody.
that would be a good
Yeah.
example.
Good example
for
Yep.
them.
And then I think too, that way maybe it takes, maybe he won't feel, like his wife doesn't care or is being judgmental, and it'll kind of take some of the pressure off of her,
Yeah.
feeling like a bad mom, like she
Mhm.
doesn't care, like her daughters will be eating healthy.
Mm-hmm.
They just got to make some different choices. That's
Yeah.
all.
So not the asshole, but you should care about.
She should
health.
care. Yeah, I think it's. I don't think that she is, but she needs to have some awareness for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
She needs to. I'm not saying she doesn't care,
Mm-hmm.
but she needs to just keep her eyes open.
Yeah.
Just saying. Especially if the dad is kind of making comments and
Mm-hmm.
things like that. Just
Well, maybe she ought to tell him to.
maybe they need to sit down and have a conversation
Yeah.
as the parents, like
Exactly.
without the daughters there. Like if this is how you feel.
Yeah.
Then we need to talk about how can we change our diets, and she needs to say like she cares and she wants, how she feels. That's the whole point. People don't be communicating. One parent be doing this, the other parent be doing whatever.
That's true.
And they don't, So yeah, unfortunately, the kids suffer because of it. So.
That's true.
All right, let's go to the next one. This might be the last one.
Okay. You all right, Mama? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I the asshole for icing out my 12-year-old niece after she falsely accused a bus driver for sexual comments? Iced out meaning like she cut her off.
Right, cut her off, yes.
Yeah.
So basically what the title says, she was mad that she was in trouble for something and decided to say that her bus driver said something sexual to her. After the investigation, which included video and audio from the cameras on the bus, he was cleared but still lost his job. I work with kids and I'm a guy, so you can imagine how hard I have to work for parents to trust me enough to leave their kid for a few hours a day. So I figured that if she was capable of that because she was mad, then I need to keep her away from me as to not endanger my job and reputation, hence icing her out. But my mother is mad that I essentially cut all but the unavoidable I'm sorry, I can't read today. But my mother is mad that I essentially cut all but the unavoidable contact with her and says that I'm going too far for something she has already been punished for. This has reached a boiling point since my other niece has a birthday party that I was going to until I found out that she was going. So I backed out and now I'm being called the asshole since I dropped out. Okay, whatever. So am I the asshole for icing her out?
Well, if he didn't do anything, she was lying.
Yeah, she was.
You know?
But I think the family thinks he's an asshole because she's a 12-year-old girl, right? So they probably feel like she's, to some degree, like not responsible or shouldn't be held responsible to that degree, or that she shouldn't be, I don't know, ignored for it or cut off for it. Obviously, that's what the family feels, but...
Well, I don't think he shouldn't have lost his job because she was lying.
Yeah.
No. And after they seen that he didn't do it, that wasn't right.
He probably should have been reinstated. And that puts a mark on him, though, too,
Yeah, for sure. He might not ever... He probably can't drive any more buses.
Right.
Ever again.
Ever again.
Even though he was... And that's something that happens all the time. Like, throughout the world, people, particularly men, get accused of some sort of sexual crime or whatever it is, and even if they're innocent, their reputation is stained for the rest of their life. Even if they didn't do anything wrong.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
and that's basically what this 12-year-old girl did to that bus driver.
Well, maybe he got on her about something she wasn't supposed to be doing.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said that she got in trouble for something, and she got mad, so she lied about him
made him lose his job. And stuff,
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm just saying, like, some young girls and women are very conniving.
They are,
and they're very manipulative.
Yeah.
And they will say and do things that just to get people in trouble, and there's no facts behind it, and it ruins people's lives.
Yeah, it does.
And that's what I don't think that lady is the asshole for icing her out.
It's a guy.
Oh, a guy. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't think.
And
he
said he works with kids or whatever.
No,
I don't think so. No.
I don't think so.
No, because I wouldn't want, because hard telling if she'd lie on him for something.
Yeah. Even though she's just a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah, that doesn't mean age don't mean nothing.
You sure don't.
No, that doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't. Age does not mean anything.
Nope.
So no, I don't blame him. I don't blame him for that.
Yeah.
If she does that and it could ruin somebody's reputation in their life just because she got in trouble, yeah. Either she doesn't understand the repercussions of that,
Yeah.
or she did it on purpose. There's one of two things.
Yeah.
If she finally realized, like, oh, I didn't know that it was going to do that, and he lost his job, and then he has his mark on, people are still going to see him, even though they're like, I know he didn't do it, but people are going to look at him because it's still a label on him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's still an accusation,
Mm-hmm.
and people are still going to be wary of him.
Yeah.
Sure.
And they're going to look at him different as they did before,
Yeah,
where they
for sure.
probably didn't have a target on him, and now he does.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and she's going to be looked at as like the victim, even though she's not a victim. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, I don't know if she understood the repercussions of that being 12 years old, just because you got into trouble.
Yeah, but wouldn't you give her, if she really didn't understand, wouldn't you give her a little more grace?
I would ask her, do you understand how serious of an accusation this is?
Yeah, but that's the thing. When your 12-year-old child is coming to you and telling you something like that, like you're not thinking that.
You're
more
asking
than
them-
likely, as a parent, you're not thinking.
I'm asking them, are you for sure? I would ask you, are you for sure? What happened? I'm going to ask you exactly what happened. What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Where did they touch you? What did they specifically say? Whatever happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you for specifics.
Yeah.
Exactly what happened. Word for word, verbatim.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to go and talk to whoever we need to talk to. And I want to hear the same exact story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to know. It's not going to change. That's the thing. When people are telling the truth, child, an adult, or whatever, when something like that happens, you never forget the events of a sexual assault.
Yeah.
You never forget whenever somebody says something to you in a sexual manner that makes you uncomfortable, whether you are a child or a teenager or an adult or whatever. You don't forget it, and it never changes. Nothing changes.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't. You can tell when people are lying.
Yeah.
You can tell when people are fabricating something. It don't change. It doesn't. You have to look at their body language too, even if it's a child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kids are good at lying.
They're good. Yeah, they're good. They are.
And it comes
Online.
so easy, don't it, Mom?
Yeah.
They're very good at it.
They are. They sure are.
Very much so. But I get it as a parent. Like I get it. I'm a parent. I know. Something I could always tell whenever you were lying.
No, you couldn't.
Yes, I did. I knew whenever you did. And I did. Tristan, yes.
Not always.
You can always tell when your kids are lying.
Yeah, you're my only one. Sometimes didn't want to believe it. Yeah. But Tristan, come on, honey. I know you.
She can tell.
You think I don't, but I do.
I can tell.
Steve, a lot of things, Tristan, you have done. I've done. You're my child.
That's right. So
Mom knew things that we did. I was like, I didn't get none past her either.
Yeah.
We know. I'm not dumb.
Yeah.
I'm not dumb, baby, and I never was.
I hear you.
But it was just.
Tristan always fools us, so we believe what he does.
That's because we love Tristan. That's because we love Tristan, and we don't want to believe anything bad about him. We have this idea of every mother wants the perfect son, right? But no, I know he's not. But I want to believe like great things because I want you to be safe. Okay,
Yeah.
But I know better. I know better.
You say like in the store or something, and you're like, what? He'll tell you something and it ain't so, and you go,
I know that.
Well, that's just goofing around.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But
I know when he is goofing around.
Then we believe it, and then say,
I don't believe him.
Well,
I don't believe him.
I get grandma all the time.
Mom, I can get you. No, Mom don't believe nothing I say because I have a towel on my face, so she knows when I'm joking. But Tristan will say something on the phone. I'll be like, boy, you lying, and you don't even try
Then
it.
he'll make it seem like it's real, and you're like,
No, he don't. He is not that good of a liar.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
I think I am. I think there's
Yeah, 'cause
definitely.
You
there's-
always tell me that. I don't know
Because-
why I believe this boy saying something. You do it yourself.
No, because you know why? Because Tristan is the boy who cried wolf, and he's cried too many times. One too many times.
One time he gonna cry wolf, and ain't no for real.
I would always tell Tristan to stop doing that because I said you are gonna say something, and I said nobody's gonna believe you,
Believe him, and it's true.
and I had to keep
And
telling.
that
I
would
had
be
to tell
true.
you that.
It would be true.
Yeah, I said you gonna say that, and we're gonna be like, yeah, whatever, Tristan.
Yeah, if something you really want us to do something about,
Mm-hmm.
we won't do it because we know how you is.
But if there was
You
something
are.
seriously wrong, the tone of his voice would be different. So that's how a mother would know.
Well,
That's
yeah,
how a mother
that's
would
true.
know.
Yeah.
We would know if there was something seriously wrong. So yeah.
Do you think that this family should face legal repercussions
For what?
for lying and getting the?
I think that would be if he lost time, lost money, if lost his job and things like that for pain and suffering. I mean, he could do a civil suit.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
no reason.
Absolutely. If he wanted to do that, that would be up to him.
Yeah.
Do you think that people that do lie about that stuff should face legal consequence, like go to jail?
I don't know. I don't think that they should go to jail, but I do think that they should. People should bring civil lawsuits. There should be some kind
But
of.
you don't think that
repercussions.
there should be? I think there already is.
I
Some,
wouldn't feel bad if they had legal action taken against them. I don't know if they should see jail
I'm
time.
saying like
No,
I
I
think
don't
there
think
already is some sort of legal protection
Mhm.
that's just not really enforced when like people when a woman lies about an assault or
Oh
something.
yeah. But it's not.
But it's not. I don't think it's really enforced that much. But I feel like there should be stronger legal consequences for lying about something.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that there should be because yeah, because I mean that's a serious charge.
Yeah.
That's like whether that's child molestation, rape, anything like that. Yes. I mean, if you're lying about that, you are messing with somebody's freedom.
You could cost them their life.
You cost them their life. You
And
can.
you call the police something and you're telling the truth. They're gonna take your ass and arrest you anyway. That's not right.
Well, if it's
that
true,
other person's lying, a kid or something. you
right?
know.
That's yeah. If the kid's lying,
and
yeah.
they'll take you and arrest you anyway,
Right.
whether it's true or whether they telling the truth or not.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, they have
that,
to.
That
Yeah.
happens all the time with
Yeah.
like domestic disputes.
Yes.
Like there
Yes.
was, this is kind of off topic, but there was a Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver
Mm-hmm.
a couple weeks ago that I guess he like got caught cheating or something, and his girlfriend got mad and started like assaulting him,
Mm-hmm.
and he called the police, but the police never came. And then his girlfriend called the police, and they came and arrested him,
Yeah.
even though he was the one being assaulted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
that
Yeah.
happens.
And that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that's one thing I have always talked about, like as a counselor. And I know I was having this conversation with somebody not too long ago. And I have always wanted to open up something or do something that, was focused on men who have been abused. But the only problem you have with that is that men don't report it.
They sure don't.
And it's whether that's a pride thing, whether it's an embarrassment thing.
Well, it's
whether
also if
because there's
you do-
men out there that are abused by women.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot.
There
but
is.
if you do,
There is.
then you'll get looked at as a chump, like you're,
Yeah, and that's the problem.
you know.
But then things like that happen. Police don't come to those calls, but the woman calls, and the woman is the abuser.
Yeah.
And the man gets arrested, not the woman.
Uh-huh.
And so it goes back to like there's the stigma of it's like what's wrong with this picture?
Yeah.
But that would be the problem. Like how many men would actually seek help,
Help. Yeah.
even if it was something anonymous. You know what I'm saying? You might be surprised, like even if it was something anonymous, if men would show up, because if nobody knew, but it's something where they could get help, because there's probably more men being out there abused by women and controlled by women than
And we don't know.
and
Get turned
we just
in.
don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't know. So there's no statistics, because really out there
Yeah.
there's a lot of shelters for women. There's not very many for men. There's not a lot of services to help men.
Nope.
Well, see, and then the woman, they abuse their husbands or whatnot, and they
do.
think, well, he's not going to do nothing to me. I'm going to keep on doing it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a woman.
You know?
They're going to come to me and not
Yeah.
help him.
Yeah.
They can turn it around. That's what I'm saying. Like there should be repercussions, and not just because somebody's a woman. There should be. Yes, if somebody is falsely accusing a man of sexual assault of a child, of a woman, anything, and it's not true. Yeah, and it's found, and it's shown to be proven it's not true. There should be some legal consequences for that.
Yeah, I agree.
There should be, because man, you're messing with somebody's livelihood, and you're putting that mark on them permanently.
In trouble, so you will get
Yeah.
your ass arrested.
Yeah,
And it's not true, you know.
it's not. Mm-mm.
Police will come and take your ass to jail or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
interrogating you and all that kind of
Yeah,
crap. And you ain't done nothing.
nothing. Yeah. So I do. I think that there should be, and if there is a precedent for it, and there's already something in place that needs to be enforced.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. But they say that to make it sound all pretty, like, oh, this is what we're gonna do, but
Yeah.
nobody enforces it. It kind of falls to the wayside,
Mm-hmm.
which is not kind of giving any confidence to men out there either.
Yeah.
So it's really still one sided.
And it's just going to keep happening.
It is. Nothing's going
Because
to
there's no
change.
consequences.
There's-
no consequences
There's
for
no
it.
consequences for it.
Maybe in the court of public opinion, there's consequences, but, you know,
Not in the court of law, though.
no, not
There's
in that
not.
one.
Not in law enforcement. There's not. So that's a sad one, though.
So
Because-
not the asshole.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I really don't. You know, like I said, everybody's like, oh, well, it's a child. Well, you know what? There's some badass kids out there.
It sure is.
Yeah, have you ever seen The Orphan?
Yeah.
Well, shit, that was an adult.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Well, that was an adult trying to be a child.
The bad son?
Yeah,
You seen
yeah,
or is it
yes.
the good son or the bad son?
The good
Yeah.
son.
The good son.
The
yeah.
good son
Seen
with
the good son?
The good son with Macaulay Culkin. He
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
bad. That child had no feelings.
And
Or the
they'll-
bad
they'll-
seed
Yeah, and they'll tell,
with
they'll
Patty
do-
McCormick.
Yeah, they'll do stuff and then
Yes.
blame it on the other person.
Yeah.
The bad seed is the perfect
Yeah.
example. That is probably one of my favorite old time movies that I love. And
The good son.
no, The Bad Seed
Oh yeah, the
with
bad
Patty
seed.
McCormick.
Oh yeah,
I love that movie.
yeah.
And now she was, that child had no
Yeah.
feeling, no right or wrong,
Yeah,
nothing.
What they call them kind of kids? I don't know. They
Child killers, or just killers. She was a child. She was a child murderer.
yeah,
she
child
just,
murderers.
Yeah, she just had no reason, no right or wrong, no
anything.
feelings,
Do
no
anything.
nothing,
Yeah.
nothing. And there are kids out there like that.
Yeah.
There are.
Yeah.
So
Plenty of them just don't know who they are.
There's
You know,
badass kids out there. So I mean, I'm just saying,
rotten.
that will do anything and manipulate people and to get their way, and they turn into adults who do
Adults,
that,
Yeah, that it carries on. So don't stop.
and then they have children who do that
Hmm.
of their own because there's no accountability.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate, but that's the truth of it. They're called narcissists,
Yeah, or something.
psychopaths,
Yeah,
sociopaths,
sociopaths.
All the
I can
paths.
ask it,
all the paths,
All the paths.
all
and-
the paths,
all the paths and ists.
Yeah.
something like that,
Yeah.
something to that effect. Yes, absolutely. So yes, so yeah, I actually enjoyed those
Yeah.
Yeah, those are-
Reddits. Those are actually really
those
good.
Those are pretty good ones.
The serious ones are cool. You know, you don't always have to have the funny ones, but those are, I like the serious
Serious. yeah.
serious questions too, because it's a lot of what people are dealing with,
Yeah.
you know, in life, and topics that are important, I think, to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so
Yeah,
good
they are.
ones, Tristan. Very
And they
good.
say they're born like that. I don't know if they are or not. I guess they are. Who knows?
It could be. It's the whole nature
Could be
versus nurture
hereditary
debate.
too,
You know, We'll have to do a podcast on nature versus nurture.
Yeah, that would be good.
I want to do the nature versus nurture debate. Maybe that's what we'll talk about next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, because
something
that could be
different than an asshole.
that could be what is, based on your environment, or,
Yeah.
are you born with certain traits?
Had
you
trauma.
Can talk about that next week. I can talk about that.
Yeah, we'll do nature versus nurture.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be an interesting one. And I'll have all of my notes with that. So that'll
Oh,
be
great.
What? I know. He's like,
Notes.
he's going to be like, great. Well, I'm going to read up on it because, I'm a psych major.
Well, you don't have to read up on it,
No, but I'm a psychology major. So I'd love to talk about all that stuff. And
I'm an amateur psychologist.
he's an amateur I'm a psychology major and counselor. He is a amateur psychologist, and then this is just old school wisdom over here. so that'll be a very interesting discussion for next week.
Yeah.
Nature versus nurture. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah. Awesome.
Well, we'll wrap this up. Thank you guys for watching episode 46 of the Tay and Tristan Hour.
Thank you.
Go follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, the Tay and Tristan Hour. Anything else?
TikTok.
Yeah.
And like I said, we're on Instagram. You already said that, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's for Tay and Tristan Podcast on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yes. And
go give us a follow.
yeah, give us a follow, share all of our content on YouTube, and follow us. Absolutely. And we also
comments.
Yeah.
Nobody ever comments. In and comment.
yes, comment.
Text or whatever they do. And because we want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
How we do.
yeah.
Do. Tay and Tristan.
Yes. And if you like Miss Wanda or not.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Not,
I'm sure they do.
I'm sure they do. But yeah, we'd love to hear comments. And also check out the tayandtristan.com. I keep wanting to update that freaking website. I forget.
Oh my goodness.
I know. I'm terrible at it. Give me a break.
It's all right. You're not a professional website.
I'm not a
builder,
professional website person. It's just sitting there. So
Yeah.
it'll come to fruition eventually.
Yeah, well.
It is what it is.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.